Hi, welcome to Rainbow Light Love and Healing Tarot. My name is Hope. Hope you're all well. It's been a while since I've been back. I've been doing so many different things, moving a lot, and finally settled in the South Carolina, in Charleston. It's 90 degrees here, so if you hear my air conditioning go off, it's very important that it does. Okay, so let's do a reading for our Cancer, okay? So Cancer, I'm going to throw some dice, and today's reading, I'm not sure if it's going to be about love. Gemini's was, in a very, very unbelievable way. But anyway, let's see what happens for you, Cancer. Let's see. Let's throw the dice. Okay, we have Jupiter here. Perfect. Jupiter is a great, positive energy. And then we have also here, we have Capricorn, and we have the number 6, okay? So we have all this going on in your star today, Gemini, okay? And whether it resonates with you or not, I don't know. But the number 6 is also about, family, home, where the heart is, past relationships, reminiscing. So let's see where the Jupiter energy takes us in this theme, as well as the Capricorn, grounding energy. Okay, so let's keep going here. And we're going to start with our animal arc tarot, and well, these are the companion cards. These are the oracle deck. But the thing is that the spirit animal is the animal that comes to you unexpectedly often, whether you see it in a magazine, on a television, or around you. You might have been crying for help or asking for help, and this animal arrives to comfort you, to teach you. And know that the totem animal is your animal that you've always been with all your lifetime here in this lifetime. You've had other totem animals in other lifetimes, but the totem animal that you have is usually something that you're always collecting. You're collecting items of this animal. And then the power animal is the animal that you call upon to get you through challenges, whatever that is for you. So let's see what spirit animal is around this reading for you, okay? For Cancer. The snail, okay? So slow, okay? This is slow energy, okay? A snail is very grounded, though, very, very grounded. And he can be very steady. He has this coiled energy, it comes out. Sometimes you see a snail in your garden and you might have seen it there like 10 minutes before, and then when you go back, it's gone. So that's their coiled energy. They kind of move in a way that I don't know, sometimes I think they're invisible. But anyway, so take your time here with whatever's going on. Pacing and steadiness, okay, is the message here, is the energy that's coming out here for the snail that is the spirit animal in this reading. Let's see what is the power animal for you that's going to get you through whatever challenges you're facing right now. And we have the tortoise. Home is where the heart is. So the tortoise is a beautiful element. It's like the flower of life. The tortoise is the flower of life here in the animal spirit kingdom. They are very, very steady creatures. Their home is where their heart is. They live within themselves, right? Their shell is their home. So they're very, very, tight and very beautiful heart energy for the tortoise. Okay, if any of you have ever had an animal friend or a pet, you know that. Okay, so here we go. Let's go with the tarot now of these animal kingdom cards and see where you are and what's going on. Let's see, is this going to be a reading about love? I'm not sure. I think it's about, right now, home is where the heart is, taking your time, steadiness. Perhaps you're thinking of moving. Perhaps you're thinking of a new job, a new career. Let's see where the cards take us and see if there's going to be any relationship involved as well. All right. Oh, the 6 of Cups. So there is emotional energy here. The otter, it's sometimes the otter's about the inner child. There's a reminiscing here because the Six of Cups is about reunion, which that's the house that came out when we threw the dice. So there's definitely some reminiscing going on about reunion and something that you remember with someone, a connection, a relationship, reminiscing right now. You're missing that person, I believe. And home is where the heart is, could be that when you're with them, you feel like you're home. They're home to you. It doesn't matter when you talk to them, when you see them, you're home. It's a very nice feeling to have that with someone. You're very comfortable, very steady, the pace is easy. So let's see what else is going on with your reading. Oh, the Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands. So it looks like you're ready to maybe take a step forward. Okay. You don't want to be thrown off balance. There's definitely someone in the picture here, but they're not here in the moment. They're somewhere else. But you're reminiscing about them. You're thinking about maybe taking the first step and contacting them. Let's see. Oh, the Knight of Cups. Yes. Yes, you are. There's definitely joy and romance here going on with you guys. Whoever it is, it's someone you remember from a past. You're thinking about them, thinking about taking that first step, and the Knight of Cups happens to be the dolphin energy. So this is beautiful water energy, beautiful. Icosahedron is the platonic solid for water. We have 5 platonic solids, and all those make up life. That's the Metatron's cube. It's got all the platonic solids of life in it, and you have all of them within you as well, in your DNA, everywhere. So again, there's definitely some joy and some romance, and maybe a little clever person. Maybe not really a trickster, but someone who's fun to be with, and they leave a lasting impression. It's always nice to laugh with someone when you're in a relationship. If they can make you laugh, that's a winner. You want someone that you can laugh with. You want to make sure that you have that connection with someone that makes you happy, makes you smile, makes you laugh, right? All right, so let's throw 3 more cards here, and then we'll throw out some more tarot from the other tarot deck. So here we go. Oh, we have the 7 of Cups. So the beaver here, he's a very, how could I say? He lives in the water, right? Beavers make their home in the water. So this is a very emotional card as well. The 7 of Cups, there's determination. There may be some confusion. There may be you may be dreaming about this person, and perhaps there's some also, inner child hesitation. You might have known this person from a long time ago, maybe when you were children. You meet each other in your lifetime, but you never really get to be with them until maybe now you're able to. Who knows? Whatever reason that you're thinking about this person, that they're coming to mind, they're in your dreams, but be careful. Be careful that you're clear, that you're not confused, okay? So keep going. Let's go. Oh, and then we have the 5 of Cups, the manatee, okay? There is definitely some hidden loss that you've had recently. I feel that that's this process of reminiscing. You're thinking about how time was when you were happy with someone, and you're hoping for better times ahead, and that's what the manatee is a very, very beautiful animal energy. They're very preserved. In Florida, you don't touch them, you get arrested, put in jail. Anyway, yeah, so there's definitely been a loss here in your past, and you're looking for a solution for better times ahead, and that's what this reminiscing is about. That's what the 7 of Cups about. You're dreaming, and the Knight of Cups here is definitely about romance and love, and definitely, wanting to take that first step with the 2 of Wands here, finding the balance. How do we do this? It'll come to you, Oh, we have the Raven. Now the Raven is the magician in the tarot, and this is beautiful energy. This is another element of the the element of the magician is, it's like the, what's the word? How can I say? He's a manifester, he's a manifester. He manifests everything. He has willpower, he has strength, he has the ability to do everything. He has the knowledge and the skill. So I think that you're definitely trying to manifest this person to come into your life. That's what you would like. You'd like to manifest them to come into your life. But I think that you might be in this kind of not moving enough. You have to make a first step. Because if you don't take that first step, you're just going to be stagnant, right? And I think that it's important that if you're trying to manifest something, you have to have a lot of willpower, not to give up, okay? Let's see what chakras are here in these cards that are coming up. These are chakra cards, tarot cards, and these are very, very easy cards to look at. They're pretty. I love the artistry of cards are very important to me in reading and keeping. I need color. I need depth. So anyway, here we go. Oh, we have the Six of Swords. So if you can see, the Six of Swords here is the purplish color on the outside. That's the third eye. So it looks like you're definitely moving to quieter ground. You're reflecting, you're meditating on this. How are you going to make that first move? How are you going to make that contact with that person? You're already dreaming about them. You're already thinking about them. You've had a loss and you really want to get somewhere where you're feeling your best, and so the raven is like the flower of life as well. That element is the flower of life. It's everything. So know that you have that within you to manifest. So just keep going. You need willpower and determination. Okay, so let's see what else comes out. Oh, the Knight of Coins. So this is the Knight of Pentacles. This is the blue chakra, which is your throat chakra. So in order to manifest something, you have to create dialogue. Okay, the universe has to hear your dialogue. What is it that you want? Call out. Create a dialogue for yourself, because that's the only way you're going to bring in what you need. You need to create a dialogue. That's how you manifest, with your heart and your mind and your words, okay? And be careful how you use your words, okay? Be careful. But I see something very positive about how you're going to go through this. You're definitely reflecting and meditating and thinking about this person. And then we have the Hermit. Yeah, this is the chakra of our solar plexus, the yellow. So you definitely have a good feeling about the depth of this. You're definitely looking into very deep places within yourself, because you finally made a decision that you're not happy right now, that you want something else, and you know someone that can give you that kind of connection of happiness and feeling at home, like the tortoise. Home's where the heart is another flower of life element here. And so you seem to be wanting that. Let's shuffle the cards for 3 more, and then we'll put out some oracle and the companion cards to these, and see what else do we want to find deeper meaning in here. But you definitely are going to meet this person somehow. You're definitely going to manifest them to come back into your life, or you're taking the first step in figuring out how to do that, right? Maybe it's a phone call. Okay, the Ten of Swords. Okay, so right now you know that what's ever going on in your life, this is right over the Seven of Cups, you know it's over. It's done. No more of whatever's going on in your life that you want anymore. It's done. You could feel it strongly within you, in your solar plexus, in your gut. And then we have the Eight of Coins. So here, this is the, if you can see this, I can't, it's orange, okay? It's orangey, okay? And so this is an emotional time for you to really, really put all your smarts together. This is a card of genius. The Eight of Coins is a card of genius, and someone who knows how to manifest, okay, someone who knows how to make things happen and work for them. You know, they become master builders, okay? So this is a time for you to focus on what it is that you want, create the dialogue, be in your alignment with your heart, your mind, and your words, okay, to create the magic, to create the manifestation of this person to come back into your life, or to find a way to make contact. Oh, and we have the devil. Wow. So this is definitely a very emotional, actually this is, I can't even see, this is orange. Yeah, this is emotional. And the 8 of coins, I'm sorry, is grounding. This is the red first chakra. Red is chakra, but if you could see, it's very hard to tell sometimes with the pink dress there, but it's red. That's definitely the grounding chakra, our first chakra, which is about making abundance. And here the devil card is our emotional chakra, which is our second chakra, okay? It's kind of orange. And there's a lot of passion going on. You've had a lot of passion with this person. You really kind of, this person is someone from the past, definitely Cancer. This is someone from the past that you want to meet again, that you want back in your life, and you seem to know where they are. I think, if not, you're going to find out, because you're definitely thinking about them. You're definitely meditating, and you're definitely taking your time. So let's see, what else is going on here? Whoops. I'm gonna put that back in there. All right, these are the companion cards to these chakra cards that I just pulled out the tarot. Let's see, I'm gonna pull out 2 cards, one for each row. Instinct, follow your instinct. So this is in the first row about the process that you're in, you know, moving to quieter ground. You're definitely going into a deep place here. Follow your instincts. The Hermit knows how to do that. You're definitely looking, you know, to plan your next move, okay? Because you know it's over. Whatever you've been doing is over with this other relationship that you have. Or it could even be a job, but I think it's definitely someone else because of the devil here. This is very passionate, you know, energy. And I think that toward his home is where the heart is. So there's definitely someone here that makes you feel alive and happy. Release. Yes. Okay, so perhaps you haven't done that yet. So releasing, you know, letting go is very, very hard when you have someone else on your mind, but this has to happen first. Okay, so think about the whole process and see how you can manage your emotions, okay, through all of this. So let's see, we're going to throw out a chakra card here and see what else can we go in deeper with, okay? What is it that the universe wants you to know? Truth, okay? Very important when you're doing, when you're in a relationship or when you're leading a relationship, releasing someone, the truth is important. See the blue? The blue is the throat chakra. That means it's definitely telling you create your dialogue on what it is that you need to do right now. Keep it in balance, you know, keep the balance. Meditation, very important to really go deep, like the Hermit is a deep meditating energy. That's something that you need to do before you make your first steps. Do it right, you know. Closure is important, and everyone right now in all the readings that I've been seeing are going through shifts. You know, the heart is shifting because we're shifting. We're moving into different energy spaces. In other words, we're in the matrix, but we're not. We have one foot in and one foot out. We're creating our own timeline of without fear. You know, we want the good things. We want love in our life. We want truth. We want integrity. And so the matrix is all full of fear and distractions and manipulations and programming, and that's the past. The fruit of our future lies on your own truth of who you are. to be the best that you are. You are a galactic being. You are not just skin and bones. No, you come from the stars. You have galactic civilization within you. You've come here to this earth, to this planet, to do a mission. You know what that mission is? Just be you. Be the light that you are. You are the light within. Okay, you have the greatest light within you. And know that all you have to do is just be kind, be loving. Every day in your conscious thoughts, really try very hard to be positive and kind and loving to yourself and others. And that's how you get into the new world. And that's the light worker. That is the star seed. That is the earth keeper. You know, there's so many of us here that are here to make changes in the planet. And how it happens is through us. No one's going to come down and help us. I mean, we have a star family out there that watches over us. You want help, you can ask for help, but it's through us that life changes and how the earth evolves, because Mother Earth is going through this as well. She is evolving and she's taking us with her. This has been planned for eons. Eons, this earth evolution is going into a new dimension, a fifth dimension of consciousness. That's what it's about. It's not about leaving your physical body. It's about consciousness. And so it's not a place to go to. It's just a place in here, in your heart, okay? Connecting with your higher self. And so that's what my message is for all of you, is to awaken to that. And that's how we get into the new world. That's how we get into the fifth dimensional, galactic, how could I say, the earth has a beautiful grid of fifth dimensional energy around it. And it's just waiting for us to all awaken, And, it takes time, but it's coming. It's really coming. But anyways, let's see what Mother Earth has to say. I got over it. I got a little out of my head there, but it's true, it's happening. We've come here because there's a giant plan here for eons that the Earth is finally going to evolve without the nonsense that we had before, the control matrix. No more. Things are dismantling. And as we dismantle slowly, perfectly, so we don't crash everything. That's how it's going to happen. So what does Mother Earth want to tell you? The message is positive news, positive outcomes. So I guess she's saying everything's going to turn out perfectly. Just be positive. Just my message, the message I just gave you. Just be positive. Just, let your heart speak the truth, okay? Now, there's one more card here. It's a bonus card. I want to see what Merlin has to say for you, Cancer. What is Cancer's message? What is Cancer's message from Merlin? Merlin's wisdom. All right, these were cards that were made special. They are handmade, and I don't use them that often, but they go very well with this. So let's see, what is it that Merlin wants to tell you? And I will read it to you, okay? So that the child of sight, the inner eyes opens. The child of the sight. The child of the sight. Let's see if we can find it here. Here we go. The child of the sight. And it says, those who choose this card are being put on alert to an opening within them, an awakening of sorts. The inner eye opens and clairvoyant power stirs, enabling visions of the future to be seen and the invisible world to be discerned. Now is the time to exercise your clairvoyant power, using tools such as the crystal ball and black mirror to help fully develop your inner sight. Now is the perfect time to practice using your clairvoyant gifts on friends and family, as well as meditating for yourself to see what wonders might be revealed. Work quickly, however, as such windows of opportunity do not always last forever. Wow, what a great message for you, Cancer. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I loved it. Thank you so much. I hope to see you again. Bye-bye now.